everyone, I'm so excited to share this video with you today. Today I wanted to share some wonderful tips for how to spend the day feeling like a beautiful cottagecore princess in the summer season. I just love the cottagecore aesthetic and the cottagecore lifestyle, and I really wanted to make a video for how to spend the day feeling like a cottagecore princess. We're going to bake some cookies today from scratch, yeah, we're going to do some baking and making some cookies and making them really pretty, so decorate them with rose petals, having a lovely picnic, and yeah, to just spend the day feeling like a cottagecore princess. I just love to wake up in a beautiful cottagecore princess inspired bed. I just love to lay here covered in my floral shabby chic bedding. I have these beautiful ruffled pillows which I really love, and truly this bedding really make me feel like a cottagecore princess. So yeah, I just love to sleep here. It's my favorite place in our home, and I just love to indulge myself with all these beautiful pillows. So yeah, I'm waking, I just love to wake up. The first thing I love to do when I wake up is to read in my favorite book. My favorite book at the moment is A Little Princess. It's my childhood favorite book. I loved it very much. It's one of my most favorite books, and I just love to read this book, especially in the summer season. And always when I'm reading this book, it always makes me feel like a princess, and yeah, I just love it so much. It's such a beautiful story, and I also love the movie. It was my favorite when I was a child while growing up. But I love to read, especially in the morning. I just love to wake up and to read a little bit in my favorite book. So yeah, I just love to have this book on my nightstand with a little candle and some beautiful flowers. So yeah, I just love to have this book at hand, so when I wake up I can read a little bit. I just love to read, and I just love to surround myself by all these beautiful shabby chic pillows and pretty ruffled pillows, and to just get all cozy and relaxed, and to just read in my favorite book. I also love to wear a pink ribbon in my hair because it looks really pretty, and I love to tie my hair up as soon as I wake up, and yeah, I just love how it looks, and yeah, I just love to read in my favorite book as soon as I wake up. It really helps me to wake up calmly, and yeah, I just love to read in my favorite story from The Little Princess. It's one of my most favorite books. And yeah, the first thing that I love to do in the morning when I wake up is to read a little bit. Being all surrounded by all of these beautiful shabby chic cozy pillows and beautiful floral bedding. I just love to get all cozy in here. So here I have my new candle. It's one of my most favorite candles. It's infused with rose quartz and florals, and it's so beautiful. Yes, here I have my little book, which is called A Little Princess. It's really old, and it's my favorite book of all times, and I just love to read it. Here I have some beautiful flowers. And yeah, I really love this candle. It's so beautiful and it smells heavenly. So yeah, I just love to sit here in my little cottagecore princess bed, being surrounded by all these pretty pillows and pretty blankets, and to just read a little bit in my favorite book. It's my favorite moment of the day, and it's so calming and so relaxing. I also love to listen to the birds outside while reading my book. It really makes me feel like a cottagecore princess in the summer season. So lovely. So this is my A Little Princess book. It's really old and I love it so much. I also love to light my favorite scented candle. I recently found this beautiful candle. I will link the shop down below. It's such a beautiful candle and it truly smells heavenly. This candle has rose quartz in there, which I really, really love. It's uh, really for healing and getting more harmony in your life, which I really love as well. And of course, I love the pretty pink color. There are also some beautiful dried roses in this candle. And yeah, this candle truly smells heavenly. It's a candle for self love, energy, and it's infused with rose quartz. It's for healing relationships and amplify self love and worth, if I read it right. But yeah, it's such a lovely candle and it smells so heavenly. And yeah, the first thing that I love to do after I read my book is to light my candle and to make our home smells really lovely and to get some lovely energy in our home. And yeah, it's such an amazing candle and I just love it so much. And I just love to light it first thing in the morning so that our whole room smells like this beautiful candle. I just love to make myself a delicious cup of chamomile rose tea. It's the first thing that I love to do when I wake up after I read, of course. But yeah, when I come out of my bed, I just love to make myself a delicious cup of tea. I just get my favorite teapot and my favorite little teacup, and just make myself a delicious cup of tea. I also love to light some more candles at home because they're really cozy and they really remind me of cottagecore. I also love to add some roses, dried roses to my chamomile tea because it's so relaxing and it tastes heavenly. So yeah, today we're going to bake some delicious heart-shaped cookies with some beautiful sugared rose petals. So yeah, I thought to bring the whole cottagecore princess aesthetic to bake something from scratch. I love to bake. I really want to do it more often. I do feel that I'm not doing that enough to bake something from scratch, but I really love doing it. It's so relaxing and it's so much fun to bake something, and afterwards your home smells heavenly. So it's really something that I love to do more of. So yeah, I have all my ingredients here for to bake some delicious sugared cookies, which are my favorite. I also made this little pot of jam, which looks really pretty. I added a little fabric over it with some lace, and it looks so beautiful. I have my flour. I put it in this beautiful pot and I added some napkins with some lace trimmed, which and I love how it looks. It really brings the cottage feel to life. But yeah, I really love how everything looks, and I really want to do some baking more. So before I be going into the baking, I love to wear my beautiful lace apron. If you watch more of my videos, you probably see that I'm wearing this apron all the time, especially when I'm doing some baking. I just love it so much. I just love to be all covered with a pretty apron when I'm baking. So the first thing is to add 150 grams of butter and 50 grams of custard sugar into the bowl. Then with a spoon, you whisk everything together. You can do it by hand. I use this spoon. So yeah, you just make sure that the butter is on room temperature, so it's more it melted really quickly. And then you add your sugar and your butter, and then you mix it all together. Then you're going to add 225 grams of plain flour to the bowl. I use these pretty pink cups. I've actually found them on at our Poundland, and they're really pretty. They come in different shapes and sizes, and they're so easy. I found it really easy to use these cups for baking because it really helped me to get the best amount of ingredients. So I just looked up online how many cups 225 grams was, and I believe it came out to 2 cups and like a little teaspoon cup. So yeah, so I added it all to a little sieve. I hope I say it right. So yes, I'm going to sift the flour. First, I want to close my pretty flour bowl. Yeah, you're going to sift the flour into the mixture. Yeah, I had to use some strength, which was quite funny. I was literally like giving it a lot of effort. But yeah, you sift the flour into your bowl with the sugar and the butter. So yeah, then you're going to mix that all together. So you're going to mix the butter, the sugar, and flour all together until you have a nice dough. So yeah, I did it with the spoon. It was quite hard work actually, but yeah, that's really Cottage core, isn't it? I taped it a little bit forward so it looks like I'm doing it really quickly, but it was really, I had to give a lot of strength to do this. So, but yeah, you can. I did love to do it for the Cottage core aesthetic, to just do it by hand, but I had to put a lot of strength to it. But as you can see, you can also do it with the electric mixer, which was much more easier, I have to say. So yeah. So once you have your dough, you add some flour. So yeah, you add some flour to your working space. After you chilled the dough for 30 minutes in the fridge. So I have chilled it for around 30 minutes. Then I added some flour to on my workplace so it will not get sticky. Then you're going to roll out an even thickness of around 5 millimeters. I just love to bake something from scratch. I think it's so much fun to do, and it feels really homey and it's really calming, and I really enjoyed baking. So I really love doing it. I really want to do it more often. But there's just something so special about baking something and to make something from scratch. So yeah, so now I'm going to roll it out. I added some more flour. I had to roll it a couple times to get the nice good consistency of the dough and add some flour in there. So yeah, when I have a nice sheet of flour of 5 millimeters, I cut out a heart shape with a little cookie cutter. So yeah, then I did the process again. So I roll out my dough onto a thickness of around 5 millimeters. Yeah, I just love rolling dough. It's such so fun and so calming to do. And yeah, here you can see that I make another heart-shaped cookie. I think they look so pretty. So you put them on the baking sheet. And then you roll them out again. I just kept repeating the process until I had no more dough left. So I think with this dough I made around 8 heart-shaped cookies. So yeah, I just kept repeating the process until I had all my cookies and I had no more dough left. Then I baked it in a preheated oven on 180 degrees for around 10 to 15 minutes until they're golden brown. Then I'm going to make the pink glaze icing. So you need some icing sugar. Add 500 grams of icing sugar into a bowl. Add 5 to 6 tablespoons of water to your mixture. Then you stir it around. Mix the water and icing sugar together. If the mixture is too thin, you add some more icing sugar. Mix it together until you get a nice glaze of icing. Then I like to add some pink food coloring to make it a pretty pink color. I just love stirring it. It's really calming and relaxing. And it's such a pretty pink color. Perfect for our fresh baked cookies. Now we're going to make some crystallized rose petals. I just found this beautiful little rose and I'm taking off the petals. There's such a beautiful pink little petals. So you're going to collect some roses, make sure they are insect free. And then you just get some beautiful petals. So yeah, once you have your beautiful pink rose petals, you add some egg whites to the rose petals. Make sure that you carefully brush some egg whites on the rose petals. So you can carefully brush it on the petals. So make sure that they are all covered with the egg whites. Then you're going to cover your rose petals with some sugar. It was easier to do it by hand. So yeah, you just add some sugar over the rose petals. And then you turn them around. And then you add some sugar on there too. Then you're going to let them dry for a couple of hours. And when they are ready, you're going to decorate the cookies. I added a pink icing to the cookies. I used a little brush, which was really easy to use. So you make sure that you cover your cookies with the pink icing. And once you added the pink icing, you're going to add your crystallized rose petals on the cookies and make it look really pretty. I just love how this cookie looks. It looks so pretty. And I love the pretty pink sugared rose petals. So yeah, you're going to add the icing on the other cookies. I just love to use this little brush. It's so easy to use. And I just love how the cookies turn out. I just love to add some pink icing on these cookies. It's so delicious. It's so fun to do. I just love baking cookies from scratch. And our home smells so heavenly. So once you covered your cookies, you're going to add some more because the icing is so delicious. And I just want to make sure that all the corners were covered with the icing. And then you're going to add the rose petals. And you're going to make it look as pretty as you can with the crystallized roses. I just love how these rose petals turn out. They look so pretty. And they're so delicious as well. Such a delicious treat. And it's really remind me of cottagecore. So these are these cookies that we made. I just love how they turn out. They look so pretty. And I just love to bake something. I just love to bake something from scratch with some flour and icing sugar. Such a fun little activity. And it really made me feel like a cottagecore princess to make these delicious cookies. And I just love how they turn out. They look so pretty. And they truly tasted so delicious. And I loved all the pretty pink colors. Such a delicious treat. I just love how these cookies turn out. Rose petals, little jam jar, pretty candle. I just love to bake these delicious cookies. They were so much fun to make. And they're such a lovely little treat. just love this little setup. I just love how these cookies turn out. They look so pretty, and it was such a delicious treat. And I will share the recipe for these cookies down below. And I just love how they turn out. And I just love to bake something from scratch. It really make me feel like a cottagecore princess. I also made this little cookie. I decorated with a pretty pink rosebud. It looks so pretty on a vintage little plate. Such a delicious little treat. These cookies are truly so yummy. So I'm going to pick out a beautiful dress for a picnic. I just love to have a little picnic. Just to go outside when it's beautiful weather. I'm wearing this beautiful silky dress. It's so pretty. I just love it so much. I just love the beautiful pink color. I'm also wearing a pretty pink satin bow in my hair. And I really feel like a cottagecore princess in this pretty outfit. Just love to have a wonderful picnic outside, to get some delicious treats. And to wear a beautiful dress, being surrounded by some beautiful flowers. I just love to spend some time outside, especially when it's summer. So yeah, I just love to sit here being surrounded by all these beautiful florals and to just enjoy the beautiful nature. I made these delicious cookies, which are such a delicious treat. And I had some delicious cupcakes. And I baked some bread, and I had my jam and a delicious cup of tea in my teapot. Some pretty flowers. I just love my little picnic basket. It looks so pretty. And some delicious cookies. So yeah, I just love to sit here and to have a wonderful picnic outside. It really makes me feel like a cottagecore princess, and I just love to spend some time outside in nature. I just love to make myself a delicious cup of Ladre rose tea before I'm going to bed. I just love to serve my tea in my pretty little vintage teapot. It's a perfect little teapot for my night tea. I also love to have a delicious macaroon with my tea. And a delicious cookie. I also love to have some cookies with my tea. So delicious. Such a delicious treat. So yeah, I love to serve my tea in my favorite little teacup from my favorite little teapot. some pretty flowers. I also love to light some pretty lights at night to make everything look really pretty and cozy. A delicious cookie. I just love to have some cookies with my tea. Such a delicious treat. Little teapot, my favorite little teacup, and a delicious macaroon, and a delicious cookie. I just love to have a little treat before I go to bed, like some delicious macaroons and some delicious cookies with a delicious cup of tea. I also love to add some roses to my tea. So delicious. My vintage teapot, sorry. I just love this teapot so much, it's so pretty. I just love this little setup for my night tea and some delicious treats. Then I love to get ready for the evening in our beautiful shabby chic bed. Just love to light some candles before I go to bed. And to wear my favorite nightgown. I just love how everything looks. It looks so cozy. And it's my favorite place in our home. I just love to light some pretty candles to make it look extra more cozy. When I'm going to bed, I love to wear a beautiful satin bow in my hair. Looks so pretty. I just love our shabby chic bedding. It looks so beautiful. I just love to light some candles before I go to bed to make our home look really pretty and cozy. And I love to read a little bit in my favorite book before I'm going to bed. I also love to bring a delicious treat when I'm going to bed. And I love to light a candle and have some beautiful flowers on my bedside table. I just love how this looks. It's such a pretty little corner. And it's really my relaxing place. It's one of my most favorite rooms in our home. Everything looks so pretty. So yeah, I just love to sit here and read my book before I'm going to bed. Before I'm going to sleep, I have to say. So yeah, I just love to be all cozy, surrounded by all these pretty pillows and candles, and to read a little bit in my favorite book, have a little treat, like this delicious cookie that we made today. So yeah, I just love to read before bed because it's so relaxing and so calming, and it really helps me to fall asleep. I just love our shabby chic bedding. It looks so pretty and so cozy, and it's one of my most favorite places in our home. I just love it so much. Just love to be surrounded by all these beautiful ruffled and floral pillows. So pretty. So cozy as well. My favorite little book. Delicious cookie. Some pretty florals. I just loved our floral shabby chic bedding. It looks so pretty and it really reminds me of a cottagecore princess. I just love how it looks. My little bedside table. Shabby chic bedding. So yeah, and I'm going to sleep after a beautiful day, feeling like a cottagecore princess. Having sweet cottagecore dreams. So this was my video for how to spend the day feeling like a beautiful cottagecore princess in the summer. I hope I can inspire you. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you very soon with some new inspiration. Thank you so much. Bye!